Hello, Leo. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Leo, we're going to go ahead and do your December 2025 read. This will be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node placements. Yeah, that's it. And hope you guys are doing well. Happy belated, I guess, Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. King of Pentacles came out sideways right off the bat. Let's see. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, and booked personals with me. I appreciate you. And if you are interested in any personal reading, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. So you can reach out to me through that, and we'll get you all set up. So I'd love to hear from you. Leo, let's just get into it, I guess. Let's see what's going on for you. Did a couple readings yesterday, and they showed up a little funky, so we'll see. I think December is obviously a big culmination point. We're coming to the end of the year. It's the last month in the human year. Puts us at what? 3/4 through the zodiacal year with Sagittarius and Capricorn. The power, Spirit just said the power of the year of 9 is all about closures, like completely blowing away the last cycle, the last 9 years that you've been in, the last 10 years of your life that you've been in, the way you've lived, the way you've loved, the way you've laughed, the way you've seen yourself, spiritual evolution wise too, like questioning beliefs, changing the way you see things in the world. It's a big point. There's a big turning point with that. As I say that, symbiosis, which is trine, sextile, so that's unity. Those are good things coming together. We want to see trines. We want to see, when we're dealing with the astrology, the trines, there's like everybody's working in harmony with each other. Underneath that is Venus, beloved. 52 and 21, age 52 or 21 could be important, doesn't have to be. I think more so the 52 is breaking down to a 7 in the stage of planning for something more. I'm going to say something more than 1 with that 21 breaking down to a 3. 3s are always about collaboration, people coming together. We think of like the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and what am I forgetting? Swords, Wands, 3 of Wands, planning. It's a planning phase. So there is some level of planning around something here. How do we all work together? We have a total of birds could be important, bluebirds specifically. 5 people. Doesn't have to be 5 people, but there's something about 5 people here as well. So let's jump further into this, Leo, and see what's going to come up at here. All right, Spirit, for Leo in the month of December, what do they need to know? Authenticity. Scorpio had that card in their weekly. Yeah, weekly, because we didn't do their monthly yet. So in their weekly, so authenticity, writing, communication, and I swear to the stars, go watch Scorpio's weekly. This particular card was on the bottom. I've shuffled this deck. I've used this deck since. Same 2 cards. You could have Scorpio placements. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. There does, it's quill and pen, right? Like there's some kind of communication that's needing to happen. I also am hearing the term you said this, you said that. I love you, I loved you. Something about the ears, hearing, listening, reading, writing. The blue bird I mentioned, right? There's a lot of blue in these 2 cards. That's also the throat chakra energy. That is a need for communication. It is needing to listen, needing to communicate. This could also be some type of, I'm going to, teleportation is what I'm hearing from Spirit, but I'm going to say telepathy. Trying to communicate in ways, hoping that somebody will understand what you're trying to say, or hoping, you could be dealing with somebody who's hoping that you're going to understand what they're saying or what they're doing or why they're doing it in direction, why they're choosing the direction in which they are. Something here is, Leo, whatever this is, I want to make this real clear to you. It's destined. It's fated. You've got from Sag season to Capricorn to Aquarius. This last quarter, of the zodiacal year, which would end with Pisces, and that ends in what, March, right? Let me double check myself. Yeah, March 20th. That's the end of the zodiacal year. We start fresh with Aries season. These next 3 months, so December, January, February, are going to be very, very crucial for you in what you do, where you go, and how you live the next 9-10 years of your life. And then counting, Spirit is saying, on your own personal year. So you would take your birthday and the year that we're in at any given time, 25, 26. I would go with 26 at this point. And that's going to tell you about where you should be, or what is going to happen, or what you need to be working on. Okay, it's very important, because whatever these 3 months are about for you, it's like December seems to have a focus around a planning phase, a very specific planning phase of your life, whether this is work, movement. You kind of feel with that certainty and phrenology, like it doesn't feel super clear to me, because there's like all these different parts of it that are coming through. Like, well, what about this? What about that? Like home, life, work, the neighbors, I don't know, like whatever, you know, this group that I belong to, whatever this is. There's all these various parts that you have to kind of like, how do they all come together, right? How do they all mesh together? And there's something about that, like, how do they? Because it's like almost like, and I think I mentioned this to you, was this in November at a bi-weekly? Like, you've compartmentalized everything. This feels really familiar to me, Leo. Have you not gotten out of this energy? Go back and check out any reading that I did for you in the month of November. But it's like you've kept different parts of your life like they're in a filing cabinet. But all of life is supposed to work together in tandem, right? It's like home will affect work, and work will affect life, and school will affect where you live, right? Like it's like all of that stuff, like they all have to work together. Whatever division that there's been, that trine, that symbiosis, talks about everything needing to work together. Leo, you're very strong, you're very headstrong, you're very independent. This might be a real big learning curve in playing well with others. Yeah. When I'm looking at this, something with this Venus and and there you are, strength, that's you, Leo. Exploration has created some pull to the heart. Words have struck the heart. Emotions, words and emotions. So passionate wording struck the heart. The need to explore that has struck the heart. The beauty of something has struck the heart. And then altogether, there is this emotional, Spirit's calling it placement that cannot be changed. It's a part of this journey for you in the month of December. Okay? I want to make that really clear to you. There's something that can no longer, all the parts of life can no longer be divided. Okay? All right, Spirit. What else? Like, literally, depravity and commitment. I'm sorry. Oh, geez. Leo, firm. Somebody's making a very strong, they're holding, I'm going to take that, holding a very strong position on something here, Leo. It doesn't feel like they are, I'm going to say pick your poison. This to me feels like someone is like, this is just what I have to do. It's might be unexpected. I think not even unexpected, because I don't feel like it's unexpected. I think this is just the point where someone says, I know I have to either do this or I don't do this. I have to be a part of that or not be a part of that. If I'm going to change jobs, I need to change the job. I need to stop talking about it. If I'm going to move, I need to move and stop talking about it or thinking about it. Leo, if you're not the one making movement, someone else is going to. And I for whatever reason, I don't feel like I don't feel like the ultimate decision is coming from you. I just don't. I don't feel like it's coming directly from you. I think it's something you thought about. I think there's a planning phase in your mind of like, well, this is just the way it's going to be, kind of like slow and steady. But it's why now? Hold on. Why now, Spirit, on this? The High Priestess and the Three of Wands. I said the threes. There they are. Someone can't, there's too much of an unknown. Somebody can't continue forward in some sort of level of unknown because it's causing tension, friction, mental restriction. That could be you. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, or, well, yeah, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. All three water signs are here. Queen of Cups and the Five of Cups. So if it is a water sign that you're dealing with, or this is, again, maybe even you, but I don't feel like it is Leo, to be honest with you. They can't keep functioning under not knowing something. So it's like a job saying, you know, are you going to take that promotion? You're like, well, can it give me a couple weeks to think about it? Sure. And then like they thought that maybe, you know, let's say they gave you 2 weeks to figure out if you're going to take that promotion. And then, but they also kind of assumed, well, you know, give Leo 4, 5, 6 days, you know, by the end of the week, I bet you they know. And so then when that whole week goes by and next Monday rolls around and they still haven't gotten an answer from you, they're kind of like, you know, hey, what's going on there? You know, that subliminal kind of thing, and, you know, low key. And when they don't get a whole big response from you, they start making other plans by Wednesday, thinking that Leo's not going to come through. Like, if Leo really wanted this, Leo would have done this by, you know, day 12 as opposed to waiting to day 14, right? It's the lack of movement is creating doubt. The Eight of Swords, you see that mental restriction is creating some kind of mental and emotional doubt to something. So somebody here is like, I feel like I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to trust my gut. I'm trying to trust my intuition. I'm trying to trust what I know, that I can plan accordingly no matter what the circumstances. And the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to what they know to work towards that's going to bring some sense of security. It's like they have to. 2, 3, 4. And they trust. 2, 3, 4. They trust that what they're doing is the right thing. In this case, Spirit is what, or whomever, 7 of Cups. They just, whatever's going on, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. They don't feel like they're getting direct answers. They may feel like they're being left out in the cold. They may feel like they're waiting on you to respond. They're waiting on some sense of, you know, clarity. King of Wands, or King of Swords, I'm sorry, from you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy there. It's like they're waiting for this, and they're used to being in a space of lack. They're used to being in confusion, right? And it's like confusion, they could be being triggered, to be honest with you, by the lack of clarity that is happening at this time. So, you know, what they do know is 9 of Wands, sideways, that if they feel somebody else, in this case, Leo, you know, whatever's going on here in this collaborative effort can't provide them with the security of a position or whatever it is, they're gonna forge their own path with this Ace of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. They'll make their own commitment to the path ahead if you don't. So, I don't know, Leo, that's pretty heavy stuff right there. Now, this pollution card comes out sideways. What about this, Spirit, for Leo in the month of December? December 15th could hold great significance. Roll the dice came out. Leo, I feel like you're afraid that if there's a, like, it came out in the reverse and loss of control. Like, if this all happens too fast, this is, you're trying to adjust to the speed. Loss of control was like speeding, right? It's like getting derailed. It's everything's happening at once. If everything happens at once, I'm going to lose my balance. I'm going to lose myself. I'm going to lose my footing. Leo, But what's underneath that, though, is an adjustment. And it's like, I feel like when we talk about a loss of a loved one, this adjustment, Spirit is reiterating, is coming from within. This doesn't have to do with necessarily a loss of anybody in your life, but the loss of you could be mourning the loss of the adjustment that's needing to happen in your own self and life after this 9-10 year period of whatever the last decade has looked like for you. Tell me more about this for 10 of Wands. Spirit just said, and I'm trying to find the best way to Virgo, the Hermit, and then the Moon, King of Cups, Scorpio energy again. Virgo, Cancer, and Scorpio. Lots of water. It's all fun and games until someone wins. This feels a little competitive, but I don't feel like the current situation itself is competitive. Like, you think about the 10 of Wands, right? Like, I'm looking at this real different right now. That's a lot of options, a lot of wands that this guy had at some point, right? He's got all of them, and he's carrying all 10 of those wands around. It could be 10 options, it could be 10 people, it could be 10 places, it could be 10 ideas, it could be 10 jobs, who the hell knows, right? But he's had these 10 different experiences with 10 different whatever. I really want to go people. The Hermit, been there, done that. He's learned a lot, but the Moon still is a representation of the subconscious fears. The fear of, I don't know what this looks like on the other side. And what does that look like for you? What does that look like for the situation? And I do the King of Cups, the Tower of the World card. Leo, this is life-changing for whatever comes. The options that you may have lived under burden the life that is being created for you. Some of you, the letters S and A are important, but also bring that back, Spirit. There's a lot of emotions. I don't know what, I can't bring back what they said. There's a lot of emotions at stake here, Leo. There's a lot. But there's a closing of a cycle. So again, that 9-10 year cycle. There's a closing of a cycle that brings you to the Four of Wands, the Sun, and the 10 of Cups. And it's there for you. I feel like you're dragging your feet on something here. You know, this kind of reminds me of, I'm just going to say it, like fuck boy, fuck girl kind of energy. Go out, play the field, date, have fun. It's always fun. It's always exciting. It's always this. It's always that. And then a tower moment. Well, it could be illness. It could be, you know, you fall in love. It could be a job change. It could be anything, right? Anything that's supported that lifestyle comes in. Something comes in and changes the way that you've lived. Right? That's what the Tower does. It's unexpected. It's unavoidable. It's something that was bound to happen with the world. Destined, I would say. With this destiny and astrology, it was just time that this change happened. So now it's like you've got I don't know, let's just, God forbid, you get a parent that's sick and you can't be away from home anymore. And you have to go back home, but you've always, I don't know, maybe you're a traveling nurse, right? Now you got to go work locally so you can be at home with that parent. Your whole world just got changed. Your whole world is changing, and I feel like for you, this loss of control is like you feel like you don't have a say. in what's going on, or you feel like everything is just kind of like, you know, thrown all up in the air, like all the balls are being juggled and everything's coming down from the ceiling at you at the same time. What you don't see is if you would be, I'm going to say accommodating because that word is on the card, everything that you need to balance out does. The Four of Wands, the Sun, the Ten of Cups. Those are some of the best cards, Leo, you will ever get in the deck. But you have to be open to the changes that are taking place, because it does take you to immense happiness. It brings you to a different level of stability. The Four of Wands, it's a cause for celebration. It heals you, it lights you up, it illuminates you. But there's a fear of what gets left behind. And Leo, only you are the one who can understand or know in your personal experience what it is that you fear leaving behind to move into this new experience that you're meant to have. Leo, I would say to you, when I look at these cards, that this chapter of life, and I'm telling you this off of a couple of, one, my intuition, the feeling that Spirit brings in with this, two, the 35 years that I have done this, many years of thousands of people that I've had the privilege to work with. When I see this kind of real big energy come in, this is one of those things that you could choose to avoid it, right? Just turn a blind eye, Four Cups it, pretend it's not there, right? But down the road, I want to say 4 or 5, but more, I want to say 10 years. This isn't just a short-term implication. This is the rest of your life. It is 20 years down the line you're going to think about this moment. And if you don't become flexible with the destiny that's been written for you, that you've agreed to, it's like you agreed to come into this commitment, this contract, this soul agreement with yourself and the people around you. And it's kind of like walking in and going, okay, well, I'm here, right? I was born into this world. I'm here. I'm ready to do this contract. And then they're like, okay, well, here's the next step. This is what you need to do next, Leo. And you're like, no. Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to do this contract. I'm just going to back out, right? Like, no, good, thanks. And Spirit's like, you don't want to go that way. Like, it's like Armageddon when you turn around and go back out that door. And you're like, oh, no. I've been down that path. It's fine. But you go anyhow. It's going to have implications for the rest of your life. Okay, there's just something about that. So this change that's happening is massive in your world right now. Final notes on this, Spirit, for the rest of December. Third party, work, forgotten person. For some of you, there could be a third party as in a person who is in the shadows, or maybe that's who you're thinking about, or what you're dealing with, that is trying to be avoided. Something about that. Definitely got something or someone in the background here. Granted, Mercury retrograde is over, but the letters A and the letters W also stick out to me. It's like you're giving thought to something, or somebody is popping back up, or there is already a third party involved in something here. Third party does not have to be a person, but I do believe for some of you it is. It could be your work, it could be external circumstances, it could be lots of things. But I do think that it's a third party person for quite a bit of you, unfortunately. Affairs happen in the dark. They happen in the quiet. They happen in the silence. I feel like I just really bursted somebody's bubble out there. Like it's like a gut punch. Leo. I'm going to call this a pretty specific read, but it's very, very fucking important. Very important here. Anything else, Spirit, on this affair? The Fool, recklessness, it's like, I'm going to say escapism. Work, it's like you're working towards, you could be escaping into your work. It could be an escape to somebody else or something. It's short and sweet. Spirit said short and sweet. Something was short and sweet. Leo, I got 2 cards here running. Don't run from your past, but don't run from your future either. That message comes out again. The biggest changes in our lives come with probably the hardest lessons and the most uncomfortable time periods in our lives in general, right? Like those biggest changes will make us squirm like, worms on a hook. Somebody here, Leo, whether it's you or someone you're dealing with or crosswatch or whatever, somebody's squirming because they fear losing sense of control. But somebody else is absolutely making I'm going to call it a head over heart decision as a result of the control. It's kind of like a distant, like this happens and then like in the stillness of nothing, someone else is making a decision and then a bigger decision is needed on your side of things. I don't want to say it's forcing your hand, but whether or not whatever this is, this job, this person, this place, this thing, made this decision, you are going to come, I want to make this real clear to you. You can't spend any time in your life blaming the catalyst for this change, because whether it was like, let's say it is like, mom, God forbid, mom or dad got sick and you had to go back home. If it wasn't them, you would have lost your job. Like the company would have gone under. One way or another, this was going to change. This just so happens to be the circumstances in which it's changing, which will lead you, I feel like, Spirit, a shorter path forward. Because I do feel like with this trine, you are being aligned to the right people at the right time to make the next phase of your journey easier. But the resistance to that change is like setting a match to your future. I hope that's making sense. No matter what the circumstances, what is happening in the grand scheme of it all, it was going to happen regardless, one way or another. Just, this cannot be ignored. I don't know how else to put that. It just can't be. It's a crazy energy, but it's just what it is. 2 of Wands, your choice is yours. 7 of Cups, the choice is yours. Leo, the choice is yours. You've got the world in your hands right now. You've got the world, and I said about like you could set your whole new world on fire, right? And two of Wands, he's got the world card in his hands, and the Wands are fire energy. Pick your poison, Leo. Confidence is your key to success. Know that you can do what you know you need to do. New moon in Leo. So next July, or it'd be July, August, is going to be very important for you. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus, and then a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Dip into your heart space. Think about what makes you so incredibly happy, Leo, and go towards it, and be confident that you're capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. From there, planning, right? Again, this whole planning phase that I talked about from the very beginning. Look at the reality of the entire situation, not the fantasy of, not the 7 of Cups of, but the reality of it with the practicality of Taurus energy. Full moon in Cancer, personal issue. You can reach resolutions on, pardon, kids in the background, in this emotional realm. But you also have to be willing to go deep enough in your emotions to be accepting of them, to know what it is that your heart needs. I hope that makes sense. Leo, heavy ass read. I'm leaving it there. Personal reads are open and available. Info is found in the description box below. I look forward to hearing from you. Take wonderful care of yourselves. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate in the month of December. And I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.